Once again, I have been summoned. I'm Batman. Back at it again with the theory videos from you wonderful people. I am not kidding. Some of these theories that you guys have been messaging me about, like, I got an email from this one guy, and it's just so, they're just so good. It makes so much sense. You guys are like putting so much thought into it, and I love that I'm able to be a platform to, tell the rest of you guys what everybody else is thinking. And I don't know. I just want to say thank you guys for messaging me with all these theories. I will get to every single one of you in the next week or so. Give me time. These videos don't happen in a matter of an hour or so. They take at least a good 5, 6, 7, maybe 8 hours to edit, render, record at a proper time where it's not noisy. So bear with me. But anyway, on to the theory. Okay, everybody, it's Infinity here. Thank you for clicking on the video. I am bringing you a theory today, brought to you by Jonathan Szuhai. I made sure to say it right. He emailed me making sure I said it right. And it has to do with the Akaviri and how they could possibly factor into the Elder Scrolls story after Elder Scrolls 6. And this is a very well thought out theory that actually takes bits and pieces of the rest of the Elder Scrolls history into how it makes sense, which is extremely intelligent. So, you might be asking, Infinity, what is this Akaviri theory? Hey, it rhymes, that's gonna be the title. Basically, this relies on the idea of the Akaviri thinking like Thanos from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He was waiting until every major player was out of commission until he made his move, and that's exactly what the Akaviri are going to do. And that's what they are doing at this point. The theory goes that by Elder Scrolls 7, which will be after Elder Scrolls 6, so they won't make their move now, but in the next game after this one, that they are going to make their move and be the primary antagonist because they have waited for every single major cult, faction, god, and any other major empire, such as the Imperial Legion, the Thalmor, and the Nords, and how they're may be weakened after the Skyrim Civil War, and even the Tribunal have been factored in at this point, and how they were waiting for every single major faction to be knocked down a peg or two and weakened or completely destroyed before they want to make their move again. So, what players and other factions are out of commission at the moment that could have been a major threat? Well, I have the email in front of me, so I'll list some of them. Jonathan says that Yeagar Tharn and the Staff of Chaos are both gone, so that's another major person and major object out of commission. Mannimarco and the Underking are both dead. He says Mannimarco could be still there since he still could have achieved apotheosis during the warp, because I know he makes an appearance in Oblivion and that he's not really dead, and it's very bizarre. His lore is weird. I might go into that later. But even, I know Mannimarco came back and he said how the Underking might not be dead. One of the two. He wasn't very clear. He said the Neumidium, Tiber Septim's ultimate weapon, which he used to conquer all of Tamriel, is destroyed at this point. I also have another theory on how that might factor into Elder Scrolls 6, but I'll talk about that later. The Tribunal is gone, which they had helped foil other Akaviri invasions in the past. And they are all either dead or missing in the case of Vivek, as he disappeared at the end of Morrowind. Spoiler alert. Dagoth Mehrunes Dagon, Alduin, they are all gone, because Dagoth was killed. Mehrunes Dagon is in a state where he's been weakened, and is currently not trying to invade Tamriel. And of course Alduin, we basically end him at the end of Skyrim. So they're gone. So all these major factions, items, and other key players are all out of commission. And with the weakening of the Imperial Legion and the Thalmor possibly on their rise and maybe even defeat after Elder Scrolls 6, there's just this huge opening right now where everybody is just beating each other to a pulp and we are all super weak, and this could be the thing that drives everybody together towards the end of Elder Scrolls 7 and drive every major faction in Tamriel to finally get along, if not for just one major war. Now, of course, there's one other thing that Jonathan brought up in the email that I thought was very interesting that I also kind of thought of, because if you know me, I love Oblivion, and I know almost every little major, minor line and all that that's in that game. I'm, of course, referring to the Nerevarine, and of course, you're probably thinking to yourself, Infinity, Nerevarine is not part of Oblivion. No, but in Oblivion, they say where he's at, or what he's doing at the time of Oblivion.
Has it, the Nerevarine has left Morrowind on an expedition to Akaviri, and has not been heard from since.
It seems that these are turbulent times in the land of the Dunmer.
Goodbye!
That's right. The Nerevarine is on an expedition to Akaviri, and guess who we haven't heard from in almost an era or so? The Nerevarine. Could it be, and given how the Nerevarine is immortal, could it be that he was captured or possibly even killed? I don't know. All I know is that they could revisit that, and for all we know, we could play as the Nerevarine again. Who knows? That's just an idea. It's a crazy crackpot theory, but that would be freaking cool, right? Now, there's one more thing I need to talk about, and it's exactly which race from Akaviri are we going to be fighting, because it's not just the humans or the snake-like beings. There is another faction that they talk about in a book called Mysterious Akaviri, and it's called the Kalpo-Tun, and they are a Khajiit-like race of cat-like beings that are more tiger-like, and they're very ferocious, and they have their own empire, and they've been warring with the snakes. I believe, honestly, that the humans, the Akaviri humans, are gone. If I'm not mistaken, I believe the snake beings ate them, and there are no more left, but that could be wrong. For all we know, there could be settlements throughout Akaviri. It would just be kind of cool to find out that there's still some race of man left on Akaviri. It would possibly add in the future the option to interact with them, but who knows. I know that they say something along the lines of the Tiger Dragon Empire. That's what we might be facing, because in Mysterious Akaviri they talk about how the leader of that empire is gearing up for an imperial invasion of Tamriel. So at the end of the day, that might be the major faction we're facing. Of course, for all we know, they could join forces, the snakes and the Tiger Dragon Empire. They could just form their own faction right there and say, forget it, we need to join forces, we're going to go invade Tamriel together now that everybody's weak. And who knows, that could be a major problem for Tamriel, as two major empires working together could end up severely hurting Tamriel in its weakened state. But yeah, that's all Jonathan really had to say, at least I believe so. I really wanted to say thank you to Jonathan Szuhai for emailing me this theory. I think it's very well thought out, very well structured. And that's really the reason why I did it. It was just so good. I think it's also interesting because he's the first person to email me. If you guys have any theories, email me. Email me, put it in the comments, try to get my attention. I pay attention to the comments. I will definitely respond to my emails. And I really like that you guys actually see me as an opportunity for me to voice your opinions, to voice your theories. I will always give you credit, I'll always be respectful, and I will always respond to your stuff. If I don't think it's worth making an entire video on, it will make an appearance in a video and I will still give you credit. Trust me. As for my video schedule the next couple days, expect more Infinity's breaks. Please check it out. I had a lot of fun recording these sessions of Oblivion. It's just me relaxing, having a good time. I think one of the latest episodes, episode 5, is going to be very funny. I'm going to call it I Burn You. It is, I think, the funniest one I've recorded yet. But that's just my opinion. Look forward to more theory videos. I'm going to make a Redfall theory video part 2. I know people want me to talk about Bethesda, and I am probably going to make a couple more theory videos that people recommended to me and people messaged me about. So look forward to that in the near future, trust me. Besides that, thank you for watching, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more. No pressure if you don't. And thank you again, everybody, for commenting and liking and viewing my stuff as of late. This has been Infinity, reminding you all to say it with me now. Eat well, play well, and live well, friends. You guys go out there and strive to break infinity.